Okay, this is what's new. Well, I guess y'all see here. I done cut into it and opened it, been looking at it for a while. But got a Raven Cruiser too. We've never had a GPS on the farm. I looked at buying a phone marker, and I figured by the time I spend all that money on a phone marker, I can just buy a GPS, and I can actually use this for more than just spraying. So it was the better route to go. When I bought mine, I got the Helix Antenna. I made sure that I got it instead of the patch because all the reviews and stuff I've seen, the patch doesn't do as good of a job as the Helix. Helix is a little more money, but it's, from what I've read, it's well worth it. So, also you get your cable to connect the GPS to the antenna and a bunch of zip ties. And then inside the box, you have the monitor and your power cord. There's also a plate in here. You can buy extra of these. The day I was at the dealer, they didn't have any. They had already sold them all, and they had ordered a bunch of them. I'm going to get one more of these so I can have this to where I can mount it on 2 tractors. I'm also planning on using this with the Mars because the acre meter on it is clouded over and you can't see it. So I'm just going to use the GPS to keep up with the acres. So that was another use, plus to getting the GPS instead. My dad's probably going to be bitching about this video when he sees it because I bought this, but I really don't care. He griped when I bought my video thing too, with the camera view system. But my grandpa's helped me out a lot. I came back to the farm, getting started on my own, and doing stuff, so I figured this would be a good way to pay him back for helping me out. So we really needed this on the farm. It's going to save us a lot of time and money. So I went out, and me and my wife decided to make the investment on one of these, and that's what we did. So it also comes with a suction cup mount. I already mounted the mount in the tractor. I took the suction cup off. It's right here. I actually made a mount for my camera. That's what I've been using in the tractors for the ride-alongs, is I mount the camera onto this. But I didn't want to use a suction cup on this because basically it costs a lot of money, and I don't trust suction cups. We've had them before on other stuff and they never last. So I just went ahead and went the route of making a mount for it without using the suction cup. They also sell a mount, but I had everything I needed to make one on my own, and it didn't cost me nothing. So that's the route I went. They also priced me the auto steer gear and everything, and it was very tempting to get that, but I just decided for now I'm just going to wait and just use this for right now, and then maybe later on I'll invest into something like that. It does have AccuBoom, if I'm saying that right, and a lot of other features. You can buy a tilt, I forget that term for it, but it's a tilt sensor for the tractor. So if you're on silent ground and it sends signals up to like really hilly ground, up to the GPSs, it will estimate the difference so it won't be off at all. These are accurate down to 1 inch, I think, but for me, I'm going to do a foot overlap anyway, so I don't really need it to be that accurate, but I guess we'll move on now to the installation. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to get up on the roof of your tractor that you want to mount it on, and you can put it anywhere on your roof, but it has to be centered. And if you can't put it centered, there's a compensation menu in the GPS monitor, and you'll compensate from that if you can't put it in center line. And what you'll do is you'll measure how many inches it is off left or right, and then you put it in to the settings on the console. So mine I can put centered, and what I did is I just took some regular cleaner. This is I use Mr. Clean, as you can see, to clean it off, just so that way it'll heat better. And mine is 17.5 inches centered, so I've already found where my center point is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this plate, I'm just going to peel the stickers off the back of it. These are 3M adhesive stickers that are pretty stuff. This is what they use for like body work and stuff. So I'm just going to mount, let's see, 17.5, put it dead center, mount it right there, push down on it, and then it'll heat. The reason why you want to use these plates is that way you can take your antenna off in the winter or whenever you're not using it, and it won't be out in the weather, so that way they last longer. I'm going to actually pull my monitor out too, so that way it's not riding around all year with me. But now the next step is you want to take the antenna and mount it on. These magnets are pretty strong. I mean, these things just don't even really move once you get them on there. So let's see. I mean, it's not going anywhere. So mount that like that, and then I'm going to take the supplied cables, just like TV cable nearly, and I'm going to screw it into the side. And I'm going to stretch this cable out. I'll throw my excess over the side of the tractor. This right in here. And I'm going to pull the cap off of this antenna. And then I'm going to take the antenna cable and just screw it in. This is all pretty simple. It's not real complicated, all this stuff. One thing I may do is take a zip tie just to help secure it and zip tie it to my antenna, which is over here. Just hook onto that, and that way it'll be more stable. That's how you mount the Helix antenna. There it is. It's all mounted up. Now we have to get in the cab and stick the monitor in and just hook the cable up to the monitor. Okay, so now we're in the tractor, and what we're going to do is we're going to mount the monitor, and then I'm going to come over here on this post right here, and I'm going to take my cable off the roof, and I'm going to zip tie it to it and run it down and up and under the console and tie those together. Okay, so I got everything wired in except for the power cord. It's just a simple cigarette lighter, hence why I put the cigarette lighter power adapter in here. And the other end is just like a lot of stuff is just a little plug-in. So, and then you come around to the front and you plug it in. Let's see if this baby's gonna work. Should. There's the power button. Here we go. It's going through its little startup procedure. Now it's coming up Chandler Equipment, which is where I bought this particular Raven at. I bought this at Chandler Equipment in Gainesville. Andrew over there helped me. He is by far 100% professional with this stuff. He knows all about it, details that I could never even imagine remembering. He knows how to fix them, he rebuilds them, everything. He told me if it has a complete failure, it'll be around $500 to get it fully rebuilt. That's if everything fried in it. It does come with a 2-year warranty. The first year comes standard, and then the second year you have to go online and register it, which I registered it, and then you can get your second year. But what it is they they do this so that way they know when the machine was bought and they know how to gauge the first year. So then if you'll give them the favor of registering it so they know, then they'll give you an extra year. But we're at the setup process, and that is it for today for this video. Tomorrow we will do the setup. I have to get hook my sprayer up so I can measure how far the antenna is from the booms. So thanks for watching, and tomorrow will be the setup.